Hey guys, welcome to SS Multimedia. I'm Krithika Balakanta, and today we are going to be doing equivalent fractions and decimals. Our objective for today is understanding what equivalent fractions and decimals are. Let's get started. What is a fraction? A fraction is a part of a whole. It tells us how many parts there are to a whole, and I have the important key points highlighted over here. I have an example right here. I have a pie chart, and there are 4 parts to it in total, but only 2 are shaded. So that equals 2/4, or when simplified, 1/2. What is a decimal? A decimal is a part of a whole number. For example, 0.50 right over here, it equals 1/2, because 0.50 is half of 1, or when it's written, 1.00. But to make it easier, when you're solving it, you write it as 100. And you know 50 is half of 100, so 0.50 is half of 1. And we have 1/2, and we know 1/2 is half of a whole. Our first question is, write the decimal below, write the fraction below as a decimal. So we have 1/2, and our fraction is 1/2. So as I said in this slide, 0.50 is equal to 1/2, because 1/2 is half of a whole, and in our case, 1 is our whole. So 1 divided by 2 is equal to 0.50. So our answer is pretty simple over here. It's 0.50. But another way to solve this is we divide the whole, or 100, by the denominator. So our divisor would be the denominator. Now we divide. 2 goes into 1 0 times. 1 minus 0 is equal to 1. We bring down the 0. Now we have 10. 2 goes into 10 5 times. We subtract 10 from 10. 10 minus 10 is equal to 0. Now we bring down the other 0. 2 goes into 0 0 times. 0 minus 0 is equal to 0. So our answer is 50. And now, what we do with the numerator is we multiply the numerator by the quotient. So 50 times 1 is equal to 50. But one step that makes a whole lot of difference is that when you're dividing by decimals, you usually have a decimal point right here, because 100 is equal to 1 whole. So 100 is equal to 1, because this is basically 1.00. So we have 1.00, and what we want to do is we just drift the decimal point up here. So we have 0.50. So that is our answer, 0.50. Let's go to the next question. Our second question is, write the fraction below as a decimal. So again, we're going to follow the same steps we did on the previous slide. So what we did was we divided the denominator by 100, or 1, which is the whole. So our denominator is 5, and we're going to place the decimal point right here next to 1. And so we're just going to have to start dividing. 5 goes into 1 0 times. So 1 minus 0 is 1. We bring down the 0 over here. 5 goes into 10 2 times. So 10 minus 10 is 0. We bring down the other 0 as well. 5 goes into 0, 0, 0 times. So 0 minus 0 is equal to 0. Now all we're going to do is we're going to float this decimal point up here. So our answer is not done yet. We didn't get our answer yet. Now what we have to do is we have to multiply 0.20 times 4 because 4 is our numerator. But there's an easier way to do that. You take away the 0 and the decimal point just for now, temporarily, and you just multiply 20 times 4. 20 times 4. 4 times 0 is equal to 0. 4 times 2 is equal to 8. So 20 times 4 is equal to 8. Now you pop back the 0 and the decimal point. It comes back. So our answer would be 0.80. Let's go to the next question. Our third question is, write the decimal below as a fraction. So now instead of writing fractions as a decimal, we're going to write the decimal as a fraction. Right now we have the decimal 0.05, and 5 is in the hundreds place. So when you're writing decimals as fractions, you need to know your placements. So 0 is the tens, and this is the ones. So our whole number, which is 5, it is in the hundreds place. So that basically means you want 5 over 100. And that is our answer. 0.05 is equal to 5 over 100. So when you're writing decimals as fractions, you just take your whole number and you see what placement it is on. So in this current situation, 5 is on the hundreds place. And since it's on hundreds place, I just put 100 on the bottom because 5 is on the hundreds place. Let's go to the next question. For question 4, we have write the decimal as below as the fraction. So our decimal now is 0.70. 7 is in the tens place, but we also want to count the place that is to the right of it as well. So instead of just counting 7, we're going to count 0 as well. So 70 cannot be over 10 because 70 is in the hundreds place. So we have 70, and since it's in the hundreds place, we have 100 as our denominator. Yeah, guys, it's that simple. It's that easy, and if you just practice, you'll get it, and it's super easy. Our fifth question is, are the fractions and decimal pairs equivalent? Equivalent basically means equal. So what the question is asking us to do is it's asking if the fraction right over here is equivalent to the decimal right over here. That means, is the fraction and the decimal, are they equal? Let's see, 1/5. So when we're trying to solve that, we're just gonna divide 5 from 100. Remember, we're gonna have the denominator as our divisor. And we're not gonna forget to have the decimal point right here. So we have 5, and we're just gonna divide. 5 goes into 1, 0 times 5 goes, so we're just gonna subtract 0 from 1. 1 minus 0 is 1. We bring down the 0. 5 goes into 10 2 times. 10 minus 10 is equal to 0. I'm just going to scroll down. Now we're just going to bring down the other 0 as well. 5 goes into 0 times. So we're going to put a 0 up here and we're going to subtract 0. 0 minus 0 is equal to 0. And now we can't forget to float up the decimal point and place it right here. So our answer is not correct. This isn't equal because it's asking us if 1/5 is equal to 0.15, but it's not because 1/5 is equivalent to 0.20. So we're just going to cross this off. It is not equivalent. The equal sign basically means it's equivalent, and when you cross it off like that, it means it's not equivalent. Now let's just erase. I'm just going to erase all this so to make up some space. Now, so our next problem is 8 over 100 equal to 0.08. So basically, we're just gonna see if the decimal, we're just gonna change the decimal to a fraction, as we did before. So we have 0.08, and since 8 is in the hundreds place, we just put 100 below 8, because 8 is in the hundreds place. So 8 over 100 is equivalent to 0.08. Alright guys, that's it for this lesson. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked the video, and please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to SS Multimedia. I'll see you in the future. Bye!